Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the Honorable Tuan Ming, Minister of Housing and Local Government Malaysia, accompanied by our other distinguished guests. Thank you, members of the media. We'd like to invite you to kindly clear the main stage as we get set to begin the ceremony this morning. Terima kasih rakan-rakan media di pohon kerjasama untuk meninggalkan pentas utama bagi memulakan acara majlis. Terima kasih. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, do kindly remain standing in honor of the national anthem of Malaysia, Negaraku. Thank you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Do kindly be seated. The Honorable Tuan Ming, Minister of Housing and Local Government Malaysia, Honorable Dato' Haja Aiman Athira binti Sabu, Deputy Minister of Housing and Local Government Malaysia, Yang berbahagia Dato' Wira Dr. M. Nur Azman bin Taib, Secretary General to the Ministry of Housing and Local Government. Architect Interior Designer Dexter Koh Yu Peng, President of the Malaysian Institute of Architects. Yang berbahagia Dato' Vincent Lim, President of CIS Network. Distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani. Selamat datang, a warm welcome. Thank you very much for being a part of the opening ceremony this morning. Before I proceed to talk about the two events that encapsulate why we're here today, allow me to take a few moments to share with you exciting news from 7 hours away in Glasgow, Scotland, where Malaysia just added to the gold medal tally, securing our 6th gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. The latest gold medal came from weightlifting, where Muhammad Shami Nur Ghazali won the 94-kilogram category weightlifting event with a combined lift of 347 kilograms. That's 4 times his body weight, ladies and gentlemen. That lift showcases the Malaysian spirit, punching above our weight. And in combining the two disciplines of snatch and clean and jerk, he produced a momentous occasion celebrated across the country. Just like what we're doing here today. 2 great events combined to punch way above the weight that we're supposed to. And today, we celebrate this historic milestone for building expositions and interior design expositions, just like this one, where we are charting brand new territory and reaching 1.4 billion in economic value. So a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we come together today for the official opening ceremony of Archidex and Arec 2026. Asia's leading architecture business event was established in the year 2000 and is a dynamic platform at the forefront of Asia's architecture and building industry. Jointly organized by PAM and CIS Network as part of the Kuala Lumpur Architecture Festival, Archidex seamlessly combines a strategic trade exhibition with the concurrent Datum Architectural Conference. Arec, which stands for ASEAN Real Estate Conference, is also held alongside Archidex 2026 for the second time and brings together the region's most influential developers, government leaders, and investors shaping the future of the ASEAN real estate industry. On that note, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to tell us more and to warmly welcome everyone this morning, allow me to now invite to the stage architect, interior designer, Dexter Koh Yu Peng, President of the Malaysian Institute of Architects.
Yang Berhormat Tuan Ming, Minister of Housing and Local Government, KPKT. Yang Berhormat Dato' Hajah Aiman Athira, Deputy Minister of KPKT. Yang berbahagia Dato' Wira Dr. M. Nur Osman, Secretary General of KPKT. Yang berbahagia Dato' Vincent Lim, President of CIS. Architect Lim Kim Huang and Architect Interior Designer Rian Tan, CLEF Director and Chief Curator of CLEF 2026. PAM Office Bearers, Council Members, PAM Convention Committee and past presidents, supporting associations, industry leaders, exhibitors, sponsors and partners, media friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to everyone. As architects, we often begin with drawings, yet what we create goes far beyond lines on the page. Behind every line is a decision, behind every space is a purpose, and behind every building is a human experience. We shape the homes where families create memories, the workplaces where ideas take flight, the schools where future generations learn, and the public spaces where communities connect. These places become part of our everyday lives, and over time, a vital piece of our collective identity. That is why architecture extends far beyond design. It is fundamentally about understanding people, responding to the context, and creating environments that serve communities for generations to come. At PAM, our mission is clear: to promote the advancement of architecture and the architectural profession for the betterment of society. Platforms like Archidex are a direct reflection of this commitment. Archidex is not just an exhibition. It is one of our primary vehicles for advancing our profession, bringing together design, industry, innovation, and public policy to ensure that what we build genuinely enriches the society we serve. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Yang Berhormat Tuan Ming for honoring us with your presence today, and for KPKT's continued leadership in advancing urban rejuvenation, sustainable housing, and vibrant public spaces for our communities. Can we give him a round of applause, please? My gratitude also goes to our joint organizer, CIS, alongside our exhibitors, sponsors, speakers, delegates, partners, and my fellow professionals from Malaysia and from around the world. Archidex continues to grow because of this shared commitment, bringing together the diverse disciplines, expertise, and ideas that shape the places we inhabit. Ladies and gentlemen, the way we design and develop our cities is constantly evolving. Climate considerations, technological advances, changing lifestyles, and evolving community expectations are changing how we approach the built environment. We meet at a time when our industry is actively navigating economic shifts, cost pressures, supply chain dynamics, and rapid technological updates. But these real-world challenges are precisely why we come together. For architects and industry leaders, navigating this landscape means continuously balancing multiple priorities: innovation with practicality, global influences with local identity, and technical efficiency with the human experience. Our conversation today isn't simply about what we can build, it is about understanding what creates true, lasting value for people. Achieving this requires active collaboration across the entire ecosystem. Architects, engineers, developers, manufacturers, policymakers, and industry partners. This is precisely where platforms like Archidex, Arec, and Datum play such a critical role. Over the past 25 years, Archidex has evolved hand in hand with the architecture and design industry. Far more than an exhibition, it serves as an annual nexus where our profession connects with the broader market. It brings together designers, manufacturers, technology providers, developers, and business leaders to discover solutions, exchange knowledge, and forging lasting partnerships. Exhibitors gain direct engagement with the key professionals influencing design decisions, while practitioners gain access to the materials, technologies, and insights that elevate their practice. Meaningful places are never built in isolation. They are realized with different disciplines, when different disciplines collaborate. Running alongside Architects, Arec bridges design with the broader mechanics of real estate, development, and urban growth. The spaces we create are shaped not only by spatial design, but also by planning decisions, investment priorities, and societal aspirations. As Malaysia grows, open dialogue between policymakers, investors, and communities become essential. Arec creates that vital space to ensure our cities remain competitive, sustainable, and human-centered. Meanwhile, Datum provides the forum for deeper reflection and intellectual exchange. As PAM's flagship architectural conference since 2003, Datum brings together thinkers and innovators to explore emerging ideas and challenge perspectives. This year's theme, Future Culture, feels particularly timely. As we embrace new technologies, how do we ensure our architecture remains anchored in local culture and identity? The answer lies in balance between innovation and tradition, progress and context, technology and humanity. Together, these three components form a complete ecosystem. Archidex connects ideas with industry. Arec connects development with national aspirations. Datum connects the profession with critical dialogue. Ladies and gentlemen, the strength of these platforms rely entirely on strong partnerships across government, industry, and academia. As we look into the future, we must also invest in those who will inherit it. Through initiatives like ArchiTalent, PAM and CIS continue to provide emerging talents with platform opportunities, mentorship, and industry exposure, because the future of our profession depends on the people carrying it forward. This brings us to the core theme of Archidex 2026, the bold future. Being bold does not always mean building bigger. Often, it means thinking differently. It means embracing innovation, questioning old assumptions, and making thoughtful choices that yield long-term value. Malaysia is exceptionally well positioned to lead regional conversations on design and urban development. Through continued partnership, we can design spaces that reflect our highest aspirations. Before I conclude, I would like to once again extend our heartfelt gratitude to Yang Berhormat Tuan Ming for his leadership and support, as well as to CIS, our partners, and every participant here today. Over the coming days, I encourage you to connect deeply, exchange ideas freely, and explore new possibilities. The places we design today become the stories of tomorrow. Thank you, and I wish you all an inspiring, highly successful Archidex and Arec 2026.
Thank you, architect, interior designer, Dexter Koh Yu Peng. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite the president of CIS Network, Yang Berbahagia Dato' Vincent Lim, to kindly say a few words.
Very good morning. Yang Berhormat Tuan Ming, Minister of Housing and Local Government KPKT. Yang Berhormat Datuk Haja Aiman Atira, Deputy Minister of KPKT. Yang berbahagia Datuk Vida Dr. M. Noor Azman, Secretary General of KPKT. Architect Interior Designer Dexter Goh, President of PAM. Architect Lim Kin Huang, Craft Director, and Architect Interior Designer Technologies Rian Tan, Chief Creator of Craft 2026, PAM Office Bearer, Council Members, PAM Convention Committee, and all the past presidents, supporting associations, industry leaders, exhibitors, sponsors, and partners, media friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of CIS and our joint organizer and our partner, PAM, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you here to Archidex and Arec 2026. Thank you. A big thank you to YB of your busy schedule for joining us this morning. We truly appreciate you taking the time to be here with us, and your presence today is a great encouragement to the industry and the reflections of the strong collaboration between the ministry and all of us here who are working to shape Malaysia built environments. Ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of story about how Archidex starts. In year 2000, we begin with humble beginning at PWTC, now known as a World Trade Center, WTC, occupying just 3,500 square meters of cross-exhibition space. It was driven by a simple but bold vision to create a platform for Malaysia architecture and building industry. Then in year 2006, we moved to newly open venue, the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, where Architect grew alongside our industry and steadily grew itself as one of the Asia leading and most influential architecture business events. And last year marked another defining milestone, having reached the full capacity of KLCC. Architect expanded across two venues into MyTech for the first time to run KLCC and MyTech two venues for last year. And this year, we begin a new exciting chapter. Architect is whole here at MyTech, bringing everyone together under one roof to create a more seamless experience and powerful marketplace for our industry. This move reflects how far we have come together from just 3,500 square meters 25 years ago to 39,000 square meters today. An Architect journey is a testament to the shared vision, trust, and dedication of our industry. With that, my heartfelt thanks to Architect Dr. Tan Lok Man, under whose leadership this partnership with PAM first began during his tenure as a president of PAM. And to every past PAM president since then, including our current president, Architect Dexter, and all the PAM council for believing in what Architect represents. With that, I want to give you a big round of applause for thank you to Architect. To everyone who has been part of this journey, especially our exhibitors or partners, thank you for believing in this platform. Together, we have built Architect into largest architecture and building exhibition in Malaysia history. With that, thank you again. Today, we welcome 860 exhibitors from 15 countries and regions across 10 exhibition halls. This is a 6% increase in exhibition space compared to last year. We also expect around 40,000 visitors from more than 100 countries and regions will be gathered here with an estimated of 1.4 billion ringgit in business transactions to be created. When we look back on this journey, what stands out is not just how much Archidex has grown, but what the growth truly represents. This milestone reflects the confidence that local and international business continue to place in Malaysia as a destination for trade, investment, and collaboration. More importantly, the expansion of Archidex represents a bigger platform for our industry because larger platform means more innovation to discover and more connection to make and more business opportunity to create impact. At Archidex this year, we have lined up some new highlights. One of them is World of Works, curated and designed by Mr. John Chong from Thingscape Design Group, returning for his second edition, and this year we got double the size compared to last year. And this year showcase the explore of the future workplace design to support people and enhance productivity. Thank you once again, John, and your amazing team and the partner as well to make this happen. Also new in this year, a hospitality anthology curated and designed by interior designer Lai Siu Hong from Blue Water Studio. Explore the future of hospitality that goes beyond aesthetic, creating meaningful human experience and redefining the way we interact with hospitality spaces. Here, I would like to thank again to Mr. Lai and his Blue Water Studio team and our sponsor again for bringing this vision to life. And so deal in this year, there is a digital at Archidex, featuring Smart Tech. That is a special collaboration with Massive Frankfurt, a German organizer, that one of the largest Germany organizer in Germany. Highlighted how smart technologies, automation, and digital innovation are reshaping the buildings and environments of tomorrow. And together, this platform reflects an important message. The future of the built environment will be shaped by the integration of design, technology, sustainability, and human experience. Driving the conversation further is Datum, organized by PAM and recognized one of the largest and the most influential architecture conference in the regions, and together with Archidex, is create a comprehensive conference and exhibition we call Confex, a platform to connect through leadership with the discovery and sourcing of product, material, and solutions. And complementing to this knowledge exchange, we also line up with the BizTalk Focus Forum, the Forum and the PAM Pavilion, and among them, we also have about 100 knowledge sharing sessions featuring over 170 local and international speakers, developing valuable insight and opportunities for the architecture and allied professions. Together with the business matching, buyer program, networking session, cocktail, and awards night tonight, we all line up of all the activity and networking today. We are also pleased to welcome the returns of ASEAN Real Estate Conference, Arec, for its second edition, organized by KBKT. And Arec provides an important region platform for policymakers and industry leaders to exchange ideas and shape the future of housing, cities, and sustainable urban development across ASEAN. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, Archidex also proudly continue its connection with the city through Kuala Lumpur Architecture Weeks, CLAW. An Architect initiative now in its second year. Thank you all to those who have brought this vision to life. With this year's theme, A City Reborn, CLAW transformed Kuala Lumpur into a living canvas where architecture, art, and heritage come together. Through architecture installation and art sculptures curated by the emerging local architects and artists around the River of Life and KL downtown, the city became an extension of architects' experience. Beyond the exhibition hall, architects continue to create value through collaboration with over 50 participation F&B outlets across Kuala Lumpur, offering its attendees inclusive discount through their architect tax. Whenever you have architect tax, be it visitor or exhibitor, this tax is giving you value to 50 over of the outlet in KL to enjoy a special discount. So please enjoy this special privilege. This is where we try to encourage. Thank you. This is why we encourage our visitors, 4,000 over attendees from hundreds countries visited Architect last year. We would like to play our role to encourage all the overseas guests to spend in Malaysia to create a bigger visitor economy through this Architect platform. This is our small contribution to the nation. And this progress will require the collective strength of government, industry, academia, and professionals working together to build a more resilient, innovative, and competitive ecosystem. Because today's conversation could become tomorrow's business venture. And today's introduction could become tomorrow's strategic partnership. And today's innovation could shape the skyline of tomorrow. Last but not least, sustainability remains a key commitment at Architect. We continue to take steps to better understand and reduce our carbon impact. This year, through some initiatives such as our shuttle bus service from KL Central and Sunway Putra Mall to MyTech. And we aim also to reduce carbon emissions, and we also encourage all exhibitors and visitors, please use this special, arrangement to transfer you from the 2 stations, Sunway Putra Mall and KL Central, to MyTech. And also everyone will play their role to reduce the carbon footprint. Thank you. With 2 more days of the exhibition ahead, I highly encourage everyone here to be part of this collective effort and make more sustainable choice together. A single journey might seem small, but when we move together, these small steps create a lasting impact. And for our industry, our cities, the generations that come after us. Before I conclude, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to YB again for your leadership and commitment in advancing Malaysia's built environmental sector. Thank you, YB. My heartiest thanks also go to Pam again, our partner. We've been partners for over 20 years, and our strategic partners, sponsors, exhibitors, speakers, curators, and delegates from Malaysia and around the world. Your continued belief and participation have shaped Architect into the platform it is today. I also would like to thank the dedication of my CIS team. What many see today is built and countless unseen hours, many late nights, many 24 hours days for their sacrificing and unwavering commitment behind the scene. Thank you, CIS team. Architect is not just created by organizer. It belongs to everyone who has been part of this journey. The industry leaders who share their ideas, the innovators who bring solutions, the partners who create opportunities, and the community that continue to shape the future. As we embrace the bold future, let us continue to connect, collaborate, and celebrate, building not only stronger industry, but stronger city, stronger communities, and a stronger Malaysia. With that, thank you, and I wish everyone a successful and rewarding Archidex 2026. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Vincent Lim. In their speeches, ladies and gentlemen, we have heard how Archidex has made a journey across the various timelines from the year 2000. So in this next video, we will take you through that transition from the year 2000 to today, finding our home in MyTech with an even larger footprint than ever. We direct your attention, ladies and gentlemen, to the screen.
Archidex began as Dex in the year 2000 at PWTC with just 3,500 square meters. By 2005, Pam and Datum joined our journey. In 2006, we moved to KL Convention Center. Growing into the region's leading architecture business event, and Datum rise together to become the region's most influential architecture conference. In 2024, we collaborated with Ministry of Housing and Local Government, KPKT, to bring ASEAN and China ministers together through MROC. In 2025, across dual venues, we continue the collaboration with KPKT to launch the ASEAN Real Estate Conference, Arec. And in 2026, we move fully to MyTech, occupying 39,000 square meters to become Malaysia's largest ever architecture and building exhibition and making us Asia's leading architecture business event. Welcome to Archidex and Arec 2026.
And on that note, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to now invite our distinguished guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Tuan Ming, Minister of Housing and Local Government, to kindly deliver the opening remarks.
Very good morning to everyone. Yang Berhormat Dato' Aiman Atirah binti Sabu, Deputy Minister of the Housing and Local Government. Yang Berbahagia Dato' Vira Dr. Noor Azman bin Taib, Secretary General of the Ministry of Housing and Local Government. Architect, Interior Designer Dexter Koh, President of the Pertubuhan Architect Malaysia. Dato' Vincent Lim, President of CIS. PAM Council members, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Salam Jatro dan Salam Malaysia Madani, Kawai Laiping, Tajah Hao, Kalai Wanakam. It gives me a great pleasure to be here at the opening ceremony of the ASEAN Real Estate Conference Arec 2026 and Archidex 2026. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished delegates from Malaysia, across ASEAN and around the world. Selamat datang ke Malaysia. Your presence here today reflects a shared understanding. ASEAN is now one of the world's fastest growing regions and one of the most peaceful regions. And we stand at a decisive moment to shape how it urbanizes. This event brings the public and private sectors together under one roof, and that is exactly the spirit I have long championed through the 4P principle, that is people, public, and private partnership. Whether you are a policymaker, an architect, a planner, a developer, or an industry players, we are gathered here for one shared purpose. That's to build cities that are more livable and more lovable for the people who call them home. When we look back at the houses built decades ago, they were built for shelter. But today, after everything the world has been through, we realize a home is also a sanctuary, a school, and a workplace. When I visit communities across Malaysia and the region, I don't just see targets met. I see faces. I see elderly folks who need lift that actually work, and young couples who need a fair start. Ladies and gentlemen, rethinking the real estate and housing with hearts is today's mission. A house is built by bricks and mortar, but a home is built by hopes and dreams. This year's theme, Rethinking Real Estate, Housing with Heart, could not be more timely. Around the world, cities are confronting unprecedented challenges, and ASEAN is no exception. Today, more than half of our region's population live in urban areas, and in Malaysian context, there's about 78% of our population actually now resides in urban area. Therefore, urbanization has been a powerful drive of economic growth, but it has also brought new challenges, from housing affordability and aging infrastructure to climate resilience, traffic congestions, and widening social inequality. These shared challenges remind us that housing is no longer simply about constructing buildings. It is about building sustainable, inclusive, and resilient communities where people can live, work, and thrive. My vision is clear. We want urban environments that are not only livable, but truly livable. A livable city begins with a simple principle that every family deserves access to a quality home at an affordable price. A livable city goes further. It connects people to employment, quality education, good healthcare, and green spaces. This is what housing with heart means. A people-centered approach where communities thrive. And this vision is already guiding Malaysia's housing agenda. Over the past few years, we have exceeded the target set under the 12 Malaysia Plan, approving more than 511,000 unique affordable housing units nationwide. Today, Malaysia enjoys one of the world's highest home ownership rates at about 77%, reflecting our long-standing commitment to making home ownership accessible to more Malaysians. Under the 13 Malaysia Plan, we aim to integrate transit-oriented development principle into our public housing programs to make sure that our public housing is better connected to public transport, employment centers, schools, healthcare facilities, and essential amenities. We are also investing in the renewal of existing public housing by replacing aging lifts and converting underutilized common areas into children's libraries and community spaces. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia's real estate sector has shown healthy growth over the past 3 years. According to the National Property Information Center, the market recorded 416,413 property transactions worth 241.87 billion last year, representing a 4.1% increase from the previous year. These figures demonstrate resilient market fundamentals and sustained investor confidence in Malaysia's long-term growth prospects. Nevertheless, challenges such as supply-demand mismatches, unsold properties, and abandoned housing projects continue to require decisive policy interventions. Since December 2022, the Ministry has successfully revived 1,647 SIC and abandoned housing projects nationwide, with a gross development value exceeding 150 billion. Behind the figure of 1647 revived projects, these are not Berjaya Toto's lucky number, yeah? Hundreds of thousands of Malaysians who spent years paying loans for houses they couldn't live in, trapped in the limbo of broken dreams. When we revive a project, we aren't just cleaning up a balance sheet or a construction site. We are lifting a crushing weight off the shoulders of thousands of families who thought they had lost everything. That is why we remain committed to strengthening the regulatory framework, such as the proposed Real Property Development Bill, to prevent them from happening in the first place. Our reform currently under studies is the introduction of an option to purchase OTP mechanism, which seeks to strengthen consumer protection while also enabling developers to better assess genuine market demand before committing significant capital. Ultimately, this will help reduce project risks, improve financial sustainability, and minimize the concurrent delay or abandoned developments. Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry has set a vision that by 2030, Malaysia shall not have any sick and abandoned housing projects. That is why, beginning from this year, we have embarked on the Reformasi Perumahan Madani, where we have improvised on our HIM system, Terdo system, electronic sales and purchase agreement, audited HDA account, etc. And with this mechanism plus OTP, we are confident by 2030, we shall not see any abandoned housing projects. Ladies and gentlemen, Arec and Archidex, while the government set policy direction, achieving our vision of housing with hearts requires a strong collaboration across sectors. It is in this spirit we are hosting Arec. Arec started last year when Malaysia was the chairman of ASEAN, and we decided to continue it to make it as our shared journey and our common shared legacy. And Archidex itself embodies this same spirit of collaboration and innovation. This year, like what has been said by Dr. Winston, Archidex welcomes 860 exhibitors, and I was informed, in fact, with 39,000 square meters of exhibition area. This is the largest building architecture interior design exhibition in Malaysia's history. Congratulations to PAM and also CIS. We expect this achievement not only demonstrates the success of Archidex, it also reinforces Malaysia's position as a trusted regional hub for the built environment industry. And of course, to add more joy to this success, Malaysia is happy and honored to organize this year's Malaysia F1 Grand Prix in October. And of course, there is going to be a super busy weekend from 2nd to 4th October, where we will jointly see the happening of Li Tour Langkawi, Standard Chartered International Marathon, and Malaysia's F1 Grand Prix happening at the same time. So you can expect KL, Putrajaya, Sepang will be flooded by thousands of tourists. And I was informed by the hotel associations that weekend, all hotel is fully booked. So our strategic location, strong connectivity, competitive business ecosystem, and visionary leadership by the government of the day, and of course, coupled with high-skilled workforce, continue to attract investors and businesses seeking opportunities in one of the world's fastest-growing regions. I'm happy to announce that our second quarters of economic growth, Malaysia's exceed market expectation once again. Market expect our growth will not be more than 5.2%, but yet we record and score 5.8% economic growth for the second quarter of this year, making Malaysia one of the fastest growing economy in Asia. This again shows that political stability, certainty of policy, visionary leadership are all so strong, important credentials which is required for the country continue to excel. So building on this momentum, I'm pleased to announce that in conjunction with Arec 2026, the Ministry of Housing and Local Government, together with the Real Estate and Housing Developer Association Malaysia REDA, just now Dr. Vincent has announced that there will be a good discount for all the F&B. So therefore, of course, Ministry must come with a bigger discount as well. Therefore, in conjunction with Archidex and Arec, whoever come and buy houses, you are entitled to a big 10% discount from home purchase on selected residential properties. And of course, therefore, we call on Malaysians over this weekend, don't go anywhere. You only come to Archidex so that you can buy your dream home at an affordable, good rebate price. So as President of UN Habitat Assembly, Malaysia is also committed to advancing sustainable urban development. We regard this not merely as an international appointment, but as a responsibility to contribute meaningfully to the global conversation on housing and cities. The urban challenges we face today do not recognize national borders. They require governments, industry, and academia to work together in developing solutions that are innovative, practical, and scalable. As one of the world's fastest growing regions, ASEAN presents tremendous opportunities for investment, innovation, and sustainable urban transformation. As the saying goes, think global, act local. I encourage every delegate not only to share experience and challenge conventional thinking, but also to forge new partnerships, discover emerging technologies, and transform today's discussion into practical solutions that can be implemented back home. I was in New York last week presenting the midterm review of the World New Urban Agenda, which put sustainability in the center of this new urban agenda. So to the brilliant minds at Archidex today, challenge yourself. Anyone can design a luxury penthouse with an unlimited budget. The true genius of the modern architect lies in creating beauty, sustainability, and joy within the constraint of affordable housing. Show us how we can build with heart without leaving anyone behind. Because we do not want to have cities that's described by Charles Dickens in the Tales of Two Cities. One part of the cities is for rich and powerful. Another part of the city is for the poor and powerless. Malaysia Madani is a government that is inclusive. When we embrace diversity, we promote unity, and we take care of harmony. And of course, to make sure that no one and no place shall be left behind. Before I conclude, I wish to record my sincere appreciation to Pertubuhan Architect Malaysia, who celebrate the 102 years anniversary this year. And of course, CIS Network, that we have seen that you have gone through a remarkable journey for the past 26 years. REDA, and of course, our strategic partners, sponsors, exhibitors, speakers. All this come together that in fact reflect the actual meaning of the wording team, T-E-A-M. What does team means? Together, everyone achieve more. So when we work together, that you can see that wonders happen. And we work as a team, that we actually see that nothing is impossible. I would like to share one of my favorite quotes by the late Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is famous for his speech that I have a dream, right? He has also a very famous quote that he says that if you cannot fly, you run. If you cannot run, you walk. If you cannot walk, you crawl. Most important thing, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward and never, never give up. So with that spirit, it's with my great pleasure and officially declare the Arec 2026 and Archidex 2026 officially open. Sekian, terima kasih. Thank you.
Thank you, Tuan Ming, Minister of Housing and Local Government. We'd like to invite you, sir, to kindly remain on stage as I invite all other distinguished guests to join the Honourable Minister for the official opening ceremony. Members of the media, please do kindly come forward as we get set to launch Archidex and Arec 2026. We'd like to invite all our distinguished guests to get set to jointly launch Archidex and Arec. Let's have a photograph with the media first, everyone. All right, and now distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite the Honourable Minister and all distinguished guests to place your right palms on the globe as we count down from 3, 2, 1.
Archidex and Arec now officially at MyTech. Bigger, bolder, future forward. More innovation, more opportunity. Connecting trade opportunities beyond borders.
Welcome to Archidex and Arec 2026. We'd like to invite all our distinguished guests to proceed center stage. As I now invite architect, interior designer Dexter Koh Upeng, president of the Malaysian Institute of Architects, to present a token of our sincere appreciation to our distinguished guest of honor, the Honorable Tuan Ming, Minister of Housing and Local Government, Malaysia. May I invite all our distinguished guests to kindly remain on stage. And on that note, I want to thank all our other guests. Please do kindly exit the hall. Members of the media, please kindly remain behind as we'll be having the official press conference shortly. So on that note, thank you to all our other guests for being a part of the opening ceremony. We'd like to invite you to tour Archidex and Arec 2026 and enjoy the many discounts that we've heard about here today. Have a wonderful day ahead, everybody. And to the members of the media, in just a short moment, we will be having an opportunity for you to place your recording devices on stage, as all our distinguished guests will be a part of the press conference. Please do kindly stay with us, members of the media. Camera crews, please kindly set up accordingly, facing the main stage, as in just a few moments, the press conference will begin officially.